Say, oh gosh, what is going on in Baltimore? I mean, I'm happy they made the playoffs and whatnot, but sheesh, I mean, this team's a different team without Lamar Jackson. I think we all kind of know it. And it shows you the value of Lamar Jackson. This team's only averaging what? Since Lamar Jackson's been out, they've had 10 points, 16, 13, 17, and 16 points in their I'll give them the Broncos game. They're 3-2 without Lamar Jackson. Don't get me wrong, the Baltimore defense has been playing lights out. I mean, they 9, 14, 3, 9, 13. That's the opponent's points they scored in the game. And I'm just looking at it now like you're in desperate need to have Lamar Jackson back. And I think he's showcasing his value right now and how you have not built around this player. The question is, can we blame the injury of Lamar Jackson on the Ravens? Yes, we can. If he's not worried about having to do so much as a player, and this is over the years, then he's not in a position to have to run out of the pocket, to have to make plays. He's not positioning himself to get injured. So I think it's a smart move for Lamar Jackson, taking this time to rest up, to truly rest up. I think we're seeing the value of Lamar Jackson. I think that the Ravens are seeing the value of Lamar Jackson, saying, hey, we're not going to give you guaranteed money, but we're not going to give you anybody to work with. So if something happens to him, like this situation here, he wouldn't be guaranteed his money. If you're not going to, give me any weapons, well, at least guarantee me the money, and I'll understand what the dynamic I would have to do when it comes to performing on the field. But this team, arguably, I personally believe was the best team in football and best team in the AFC before Lamar Jackson went down. And ever since he went down, they're a different team, and their defense has been winning them games. Of course, they lost to the Steelers this evening because the Steelers defense has been playing tough too. But this is a different team, and I think at some point you got to play Lamar Jackson. I think personally, right now, you shut Lamar Jackson down. You shut him down into the playoffs, and I don't think he's ready from what I saw on the sidelines. I don't think he's ready to come back for the playoffs. But you shut him down before the playoffs. I don't think he's ready to come back. But you shut Lamar Jackson down until the playoffs start. You hope that he comes back fresh. You get him in practice. You make sure that leg is warm up. But you're giving him 2 weeks off rather than trying to rush him back to play the Bengals. What are you playing for? Looking at it right now. Yes, you want to win. Next week, I'm not sure who the Chargers play, but who the Chargers play next week? The Chargers have the Broncos next week. Broncos have been playing tough, but I don't think that's a big, a game where you kind of place it and say, hey, look, Broncos are going there and beat the brakes off the Chargers. I don't think the Chargers are good, but I don't think they're an elite team. They're not making the playoffs with an elite team, but I think you see what happens to Buffalo and the Bengals tomorrow night. If the Bengals lose, okay, now you come out guns blazing for that home field game. Because if you think of it, you're 3-6. If the Buffalo wins, the Buffalo's now the 1 seed. Buffalo will be the 1 seed. So then you're playing a Kansas City team versus playing a Buffalo team in Buffalo. So if you're the Baltimore Ravens, you're rooting for Buffalo, and then you hope that last game of the season, you give it everything you got to beat the Bengals. But if you don't, hey, look, you don't lose anything. But regardless, you don't play Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson shut him down to end the season. Tyler Huntley has been a great placeholder, but you want Lamar Jackson back, rest him up, and have him back for the playoffs. That's a smart move for the Ravens. That's a smart move. That's a smart play.